477.
With the power of Tandem HR, you are in the fast lane on Main Street with Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs. Now, the champion of networking, the advocate of jobs, the guru of business, your host, Shalom Klein.
We are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship and business. We talk a lot about business here. You are on with Get Down to Business, and I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at shalomklein.com. And while you are there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information. I promise you, you won't want to miss it. It's a live show. You could call us at 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. 5600. And one of the best parts of listening to Get Down to Business this week in particular is not only our fantastic lineup of guests, but it's a welcome break from the politics and the news that's just all over. So give yourself a break. Trust me, it's worth it. Listen to Get Down to Business. We're on every Sunday at 6 p.m. And I've got a fantastic full studio lineup of guests joining me here in studio. First up on the program, I've got Albert Ferguson, a returning guest of Fitness Matrix. Albert, welcome back to Get Down to Business.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So, last time we talked a little bit about how professionals can be more, I guess call it healthy, but also actually more productive. And I know that's something that is a priority for you at Fitness Matrix. And I know that you are working with men, women, children, but you have a philosophy. Tell us a little bit about your background and why you chose to be doing the things that you are doing.
Sure. My background came from psychology, actually, which I studied in undergraduate, and then I went on and got a business degree. And when I was done, I realized that we took so much care of the business ins and outs, but we didn't take enough care of ourselves as resources. And it was very important to me to contribute in any way that I could. And to make sure that people were focused on taking care of themselves so that they could be more productive for themselves and for their company and for their families.
So we'll talk a little bit about the services that Fitness Matrix provides in the community. Again, men, women, children. We're focused here today on professionals. Let's talk about the average day of a professional and what perhaps you think some people need to change. I know we're going to talk throughout the program actually a little bit about actually stress and distractions, and we're going to continue that conversation. But, I mean, I know how many meetings I have over breakfast, lunch, dinner. Is that a healthy lifestyle? What can most professionals do to change?
Well, the most important thing is, eliminating bad habits and picking up good habits, and try not to do everything all at once. So when it comes to, making sure you get a good night's sleep, if it can come to making sure you're eating for energy, when it can come to making sure that you make a little bit of time in your day to take care of yourself, so that you can have a little bit more, longevity through, the various meetings and over the course of your day, and so that you can be strong when you go home for your family. I would say that probably the easiest things to do from the get-go is to set aside, to schedule time specifically for yourself 2 to 3 times a week, whether it's 20 minutes to an hour, when you can work on, reaching your fitness goals.
So fitness, how important is fitness versus nutrition? I know that they're both, I guess, in the scheme of things, very, very important. Why do you mention fitness, and why do you focus on the Fitness Matrix?
Right. They are intertwined, of course. When people eat, they tend to think of calories. What you're really eating for are nutrients, which is more important. And you need to make sure that there's a balance between what it is that you're doing in your day and how it is that you're eating. We focus on fitness because it's something that we can affect when people are with us. Nutrition is 24 hours a day. That's something where people need an education, and we will help them learn what they should and shouldn't be eating, but also understanding that it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition, right? That, different people, depending on their schedules, have to eat different things, and they have to eat at different times and different amounts. But the fitness we can control, and that's where we start, in addition to giving them some nutritional guidance as well.
So I want to ask for your advice for 2 different types of people.
Okay.
Many of our listeners are business owners, and they might be running around, much like you and I, running around meetings and talking to people all the time. I'm curious, what advice do you have for somebody like that to implement into their busy lifestyle a fitness regimen, as well as for the worker at an office, somebody who might be working in a cubicle, might be working a 9-to-5 job that doesn't have the flexibility to perhaps do some of the more, call it flexible things that a business owner might be able to do. How can somebody into their workday add a bit of fitness? And then, of course, I want to talk about outside of the workday, some of the services that Fitness Matrix offers.
Thank you much. Now, I would say that definitely for the business owner, early morning is usually the best time to get it done. First things first, you prioritize your health, because without your health, there's nothing else.
Albert, I've seen your emails from, I think we email back and forth sometimes at some insane hours of the morning.
Very true.
Early morning is a good time to get going.
It's a good time to get going. The day starts right. A lot of people say that your first hour is the rut of your day. You get up, even if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you get started then. That way you can make sure no matter what comes along the rest of your day that you already have your fitness out of the way. Now, for someone who might not have the flexibility of an actual business owner, then we're talking about trying to work it in as part of your day. It'd be wonderful if you have an on-site gym or an on-site program, not to jump to the end, but some of the things we're interested in doing, right, so that you can escape for 25, 35 minutes, get a workout in, grab a bite to eat, and then...
Albert, that's fascinating. You just said 25, 35 minutes. Correct. It sounds like sometimes the little things that make a big difference. You don't need to block out 2 hours for a workout, do you?
No, absolutely not. There's an inverse relationship between intensity and duration. You get people say, I worked out 2.5 hours. Well, you couldn't have been working out but so hard. So what we want to do is we do want to make sure that it respects what your current fitness level is. We want to make sure that it makes sense given your day and the frequency that you're doing it. But you can get quite a bit done in just a short amount of time.
Fantastic. So, Albert, you have fitness studios in Evanston.
Correct.
And I believe some exciting news, a new studio opening as well. Right. Breaking news here on Get Down to Business, of course. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about some of the classes that are offered for folks that might have a hard time creating a fitness routine on their own, either in the workplace or simply have trouble getting motivated to do the things that they need to do. You basically make that process so easy because you have classes available. Tell us a little bit about some of those programs.
Absolutely. Well, the Fitness Matrix itself is sort of breaking apart into 3 different businesses. The Fitness Matrix focuses on personal training, small group training. We do that early in the morning. It can be expensive for some people to pay for a personal trainer. So we have is small groups, 6, 8 people working at the same time, sharing that cost, doing that early in the morning so they can get that done. Sharing the sweat too, sweat equity, and getting that done before they actually go to work. And then also we're changing the name of the Fitness Matrix. It's going to have a North Shore Boxing and MMA. That's really powered by this great group of instructors from Seraphin MMA, and they offer Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they offer Thai boxing, we offer Krav Maga, we offer boxing, both in the early morning, the mid-morning, and in the evening. And then Continuum, which is a new space that is opening, deals more with corrective exercise. So if you imagine someone who's between physical therapy and actually working with a trainer, we want to get that person from point A to point B safely.
So I'm hearing a theme, Albert. It sounds like you are really creating a resource for folks to become fit, to whether they want to attend the Lean FX class in the morning and get their day off to a good start, or perhaps somebody that might be interested in some of these other classes. But you're also talking on the program, but also going into workplaces, also educating people on how they can change their lifestyle to become more fit, as well as also, as you mentioned, corrective action as well for folks that might be in a bad place. But also you're talking about nutrition and how important that is. It's absolutely fantastic. So tell us a little bit about how people can find the schedule of classes, or certainly sign up for some personal training as well.
They can find me on the website, thefitnessmatrix.me, Montana Echo at the end. That's the best place to go. You can go to our schedules and you'll see our classes for men, women, and children. Another big theme is that you want the whole family involved. It's very difficult if your children are eating one thing and you're eating something else. It's nice to go to work out, know that your child can work out at the same time. So the best place to find us in our schedule is thefitnessmatrix.me.
And I just want to touch on for one more minute while we have you here. This is something that it's not a commitment that you need to make. It's not like you're signing up for a program that perhaps you might not be able to commit to. You're not talking about the Lifetime Fitness, where it's just, sign up. New Year's is coming up right upon us, and then a week into the year, you're not doing it. First of all, Albert, you are among the best motivators I've ever seen.
Thank you.
And you really have created a great package and model. Just explain that to us for just a moment.
Sure. Well, a lot of this fitness business is about memberships. Let's get you in for a membership. We want to get 20,000 members when we know we can only support 2,000 or 3,000 in a facility, which I think is the opposite of the way it should be. This should be service-based, a la carte in a sense. The more you come, right, the more you get service you get. So that was always the concept around it, is making sure that we're giving people the help, the support, the guidance, and the education that they need to succeed.
Fantastic. TheFitnessMatrix.me. You could check out the schedule of classes, get in touch with our good friend Albert Ferguson, and sign up for some of the programs, but also just have a conversation. Have a conversation about fitness, have a conversation about nutrition. But the main thing is, before the new year, do it right, have that discussion. It is achievable. It is achievable. And in fact, we're going to be continuing this discussion about how professionals can focus on their goals and actually achieve them in a sustainable way. And you're going to be fascinated with our next guest that's coming up right after this quick break. You're listening to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. Chicago, don't touch that dial. We've got a lot more for you coming up right after this quick break.